Hello Scorpios, welcome to Timsy Naked Tarots, or welcome back if you are a regular viewer. If you are a regular viewer, we are doing a general reading. Well, if you're any viewer, regular viewer or no viewer, we are doing a general reading on the Ace of Wands, which came out for you in the All Signs overview I done when the moon was full in Scorpio. Okay. The Ace of Wands is basically saying that there's some sort of new passionate start. Now, passionate start could be passionate in the way of a relationship. It could be passionate in the way of you have a new fixation which you are very passionate about. Maybe it's a hobby, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a new person. It doesn't really matter. We'll find out more in this read. Okay. It being a general read, it may or may not resonate with you, and if it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't panic. There are plenty of options for you in this particular case. Perhaps I'm just not your reader and you need to find someone else to do your reading for you. The other option could be you are working from a different aspect on your birth chart, which means you might have to go back and watch that All Signs overview to see if anything else resonates with you. It doesn't really matter if it's your sun sign, or it could be your Venus, it could be your Jupiter sign. If there's something resonating with you, all because it's a different sign doesn't mean you shouldn't watch it. It's resonating. Go and watch it. Simple. Not just for me, for any tarot reader. Okay, I will leave a link for that All Signs overview in the description for you all. Okay, so we are dealing with a Jack of Spades, which will be a Gemini. Okay, so this is somehow linked with a Gemini, this passionate new start. Maybe it's your personal fixation you have on a Gemini. Maybe it's the person who introduced you to the new hobby you're passionate about. Okay, we've got a Six of Wands to go with our Ace of Wands, and we have got a Two of Pentacles. Okay, so there's recognition and victory with the Six of Wands. Maybe you being recognized, maybe someone's getting passionate with you. Maybe you run a small club or a small YouTube channel or something like that, and it's being recognized and people are finding the passion of your particular interest and making that expand. With the Two of Pentacles, there's some form of juggling going on as well. Now, this could be financial juggling, this could be emotional juggling. It's more likely some sort of financial juggling, it being the Pentacles, but not all the two suggest a juggling. Okay, so it could be a romantic juggling going on. It could be an expansion juggling. Maybe, as I said, maybe a lot of people have just found your craft group you run or something like that, and they're all passionate about it and they're all coming in, and you need to think about expanding to a bigger place, getting more stuff in, etc, etc. Okay, the way we'll do the energies is just there is the situation itself, just there is going to be how this Gemini feels, just here is going to be what the universe can see as an outcome currently at the moment without people using their free will and changing things. Okay, and then last of all, we get a card off the bottom of the deck as an overall energy read, which is the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords tends to be a trapped in a way of thinking or trapped in a way of doing something. And quite often, you normally get some sort of deep image on other cards of someone who's blindfolded and they can't quite make the right choice because they can't see anything other than what they're thinking. Okay, they can't see another way out or anything like that. Okay, so the situation is, wow, this is something, this is not just a passionate new beginning, this is something big and new. And well, to be fair, doesn't really surprise me. We had a new moon eclipse, the moon before I pulled this one. So yeah, maybe you're just a little bit behind on your starts. And bear in mind, eclipse energy can run for a long time either side of the eclipse. Some people might be starting their eclipse energy months early, some people might start months late. Yeah, I thought a card come out. It's down there underneath my own chair. Hang on a second. So that's our first card to go with the world. So the world is a big new start. It's sort of implying that you've also finished some sort of older cycle. Okay, it implies you've learnt some sort of lesson. And there's the Fool, the card that comes after the world in the tarot deck as well. So it looks like we're running things on schedule. Okay, the situation. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is sometimes a cold, sort of disconnected energy. Perhaps this is, it could be a finalization of a divorce, or it could be a new start, and you're now literally starting a divorce and you're passionate about it. Now, or that's the only way you can see. I have to do that. You can't see that there's any other way. You can't see that you could just live apart for a while or whatever. Okay, it could be also that the fact that the Queen is in reverse, it could be talking about the fact that, well, maybe you have to actually get a little bit more involved emotionally on things. Okay, maybe with this new start, you actually have to, you're being, what's the right word, emotionally uncommittal to it. Okay, this situation. With the Fool is just take the risk, just jump, just take the leap. What's the worst that can happen? Okay, as you're feeling the passion whenever you think about this particular issue, you feel warm, you feel fuzzy, you feel good. Well, what's the worst what can happen from it? It doesn't work out the way it was meant to be, and, well, you find something else instead. It's what we do most of the time in most situations. You take that risk on that job you like, and you find out you didn't like it. You take a risk with a person you liked, and you find out that either they didn't like you or you didn't like them or whatever, and you go on. Life goes on. 10 of Swords there is it's kind of like, it's like what I'm saying, take the risk. It's bringing it to the end, bringing this to the end. Okay, the world is beginning it all, and you've got this like Queen of Swords in reverse. There's someone being cold, and I said maybe you have to start attaching your emotions to this a little bit more, and that's what this is kind of saying here. Bring the swords to an end. Bring the thinking, the trapped way of thinking to an end. Bring this cold callousness to an end. Okay, crossing this is the Queen of from going from the Queen of Ice to the Queen of Warmth. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is generous. She's giving. She, to be fair to her, she's in a situation where she can be generous and giving. Okay, but that's the point. Now she's in that situation, she can do that. As I said, with the whole, maybe you run a craft group or something like that, and you're suddenly, loads of people are passionate about it, and you're thinking you have to expand. Well, you've got to that point where you're generous and you can be giving. You can now expand and give your time and your experience and your knowledge to more people. All because it's a pentacle doesn't mean it has to be a practical thing. Doesn't mean it has to be finance of some description. Your knowledge is a wealth. Is a wealth of knowledge for someone else who has not got it. Okay, so let's see how Gemini feels. The Sun. Okay, so Gemini is simply loving it. This is everything for this Gemini. Yeah, if this is a relationship, the sun shines out of your ass. You can do no wrong. Okay, you are their sun, their center of their universe. You're their star, their moon. Okay, you're everything. And there's the Emperor card. You are their everything. You are in charge of all. Okay, but again, this does also pan out the same with like that whole craft group thing I was talking about. If you're in charge of the craft group, they're loving the craft group. They see you as the person in charge of the craft group. Okay, the Emperor. We got Death coming out with this as well, and the 9 of Cups. Now, in a relationship, this is sort of talking that they feel that perhaps you are a little bit overbearing, a little bit domineering, a little bit sort of cold and callous, like that Queen of Swords up there, because you've come out as the Emperor. They're thinking you're the Emperor. And they're thinking, if this could change, this could be my wish come true. This could be my emotional fulfillment. This could be my everything. Okay? So that's basically what that's saying. Now, about coming off of the relationship onto something else, yes, they're very happy with the situation. They see that you're in charge. But they can also see that things could be better. Things need to change. As I said, maybe a lot of people have suddenly got very passionate about your particular hobby, group, craft, whatever, yeah, and they're all piling on, and you're booked up, and you need to expand, because you can only take 10 people in your current place you do it, and you've got enough people coming in now to be able to do 20 in a session. So things have to change. Okay, something has to die. The old place you were working has to die, and a new place has to be found. And then it would be more emotional fulfilling and more in line with their wishes. Maybe they're a partner with you, and I don't mean like a romantic partner, a business partner. Maybe they're helping you with it, and they're saying, well, if this can change, yeah, it's really good, you're in charge, but if we can change something, it could be a lot better. Okay, so crossing this is the Ten of Pentacles as well. I said if it's a relationship, they see you as their everything, and there it is. The Ten of Pentacles, it is having it all. It's not just having a relationship. This is having the complete perfect life. Whatever that complete perfect life is for you, or in this particular case, this Gemini, they see that you are that package. Okay, they see with a little change, yeah, maybe warm you up a little bit. They see that you could be everything they've ever wanted and more. Okay, the reason I say and more is because the Ten of Pentacles is known as a card of generational wealth. It goes on from you into the next generation as well. So everything they've always wanted and more. Okay, the outcome for this is the Knight of Cups. Okay, the Knight of Cups is quite often the future you see for yourself, is one thing, but it's also about bringing love. Now, that Queen of Swords, although it's not in the center of a reed, it is a reversed energy, and I keep getting drawn to it. There is a cold detachedness I feel about this situation for you. It's not like I don't think the Ace of Wands is yours. I feel that you're doing this just because. It's not something you are attached to in an emotional sense. Okay, and I feel that this Knight of Cups is telling us that, well, perhaps you should get attached to this in an emotional sense. Perhaps you should give it the 100% Scorpio, not just the 75 you are giving it at the moment. Okay, we've got a 4 of Cups coming out with that. We've got the 10 of Cups. Oh my God, more tens. And we've got the 7 of Wands. Now, the 4 of Cups is sometimes it's an energy of what's called a muse. A muse is what artists have, which drive them onwards. Leonardo da Vinci had the Mona Lisa. He never finished it. He kept every now and then putting it out, having a look, doing a little bit more, doing a little bit different, sort of changing it here and there. And he was never quite happy. But the fact that the person he originally painted left him not being able to capture that beauty of that person made it a muse for him. It made it something he kept going back to, something what drove him forward in his art career. Okay, and it doesn't matter if it was the last painting he ever done. Yeah, the reason it was the last painting he ever done was, I'm not saying it was, but perhaps it's because he couldn't capture that life, that love, that warmth which the subject was giving off. So he spent the rest of his life trying to learn new methods to capture that, and we just never saw those paintings anywhere. Maybe he ripped them up, screwed them up, and burnt them because he was never happy with them. Anyway, the muse, and that's kind of like where the disappointment of the 4 of Cups comes from as well. You're never happy with it. Okay, you've got 3 cups there. in other depictions of the Four of Cups, it's normally someone thinking about a fourth cup, okay? And they've got 3 in front of them. They're not happy with the 3 in front of them. They're wanting a fourth one, and that's why the Four of Cups is also a card of disappointment. So you're kind of, I feel you're kind of disappointed with what you've got currently in front of you, yeah? And you're thinking about the future here, this Knight of Cups, which will be that fourth cup. You're disappointed with what you have now. You're wanting more, and you're hoping in the future you will get more. And the Ten of Cups is kind of like in a relationship sense, or at least, at the very least, in some sort of emotional sense. You want more. You want to find something that just fulfills you emotionally that little bit more than what you get at the moment. Now, I personally believe that is by opening up to whatever this situation is and stop being so cold about it with that Queen of Swords. With the 7 of Wands coming out at the end of this little bit, this is telling us that you're defensive. It's almost like that 8 of Swords again there. It's like you can only see one possible emotional fulfillment, okay? And that's the one you're going for. That's what it's got to be. If it's not that, it's not right, okay? It might look the same, but it don't taste the same. How about that? So there's an old Birdside advert, okay, about beef burgers, I think. So anyway, that's what that is. You're kind of like narrow-minded on this, and this is the outcome at the moment. The future you see is there, yeah, and you're disappointed with what you've got at the moment, but it's there. You can see it, and it's going to be emotionally fulfilling. But you're kind of limiting yourself on what it could be. You're not opening yourself up for the freaking 8 of Swords. Okay, you're not opening yourself up for a different way of thinking. Okay, as I said, you're trapped in a way of thinking. You need a different way of thinking. You need to think about love in a different way. You have to be able to balance love and give love as well as receive love. There's the Ace of Wands, which is all this read is all about. Yeah, right. Remember, we've seen about 3 10s in this. We got the 10 of Pentacles crossing there. We had the 10 of Cups there, and we got the 10 of Swords there. Yeah, and then crossing that is the Ace of Swords, which is our 3 aces to go with our 3 10s we had. Yeah, 2 of which match the Ace of Cups and the Ace of and the 10 of Cups underneath it. We got the Ace of Swords and the 10 of Swords up there. And remember, this Ace of Wands, what this read is all about, well, that goes with the 10 of Pentacles. The everything you've always wanted and more, or everything Gemini's always wanted and more. And I told you I didn't think this Ace of Wands was for you. Yeah, everything you bear in mind, whatever you're doing, this situation, because we all have different situations. We all have the same energies swirling around it. It affects us in different ways, but we all have the same situation. So put these energies into your situation, see if they work. This Gemini sees you as the be-all and end-all, and more than that, and they're very passionate about starting something with it. Okay? So that's what that's saying. And it's the truth. You know that basically the end of this little bit, yeah, is you're stuck in a way of thinking, and you know already that you're stuck in a way of thinking, and you know the truth of the matter. If you want to start something different, you have to think different. Okay. So Scorpio, that is your reads. Hopefully it resonates. Hopefully it resonates with you. I'm not entirely sure what the hell resonate means. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate, as I said at the beginning, don't worry too much. Thank you for spending your time watching this, even if it's not resonating with you. Go and check out that All Signs overview. I know you just wasted about 20 minutes watching this video, and then you're thinking, now he wants me to go and watch another video. I'm sure there will be something in there. There are 12 different energies. One of them is bound to be resonating with you in some small way. So go and check that out. And it's a quick one. I think it's probably about 15 minutes at most. Okay, if you like this video, please feel free, hit that thumbs up button for me and spread the love throughout the tarot team. If you haven't subscribed to my video already, or my channel already, and you would like to, hit the subscription button. You will then get notifications on pretty much all the reads I do, except for when I get pushed for time and I'm cramming more than 3 videos out in a 24-hour period, because YouTube only actually publishes the first 3 any creator makes in a 24-hour period, or releases in a 24-hour period. Okay, thank you very much for your time. I do greatly appreciate it, and I do greatly appreciate you. Until the next time, Scorpio, you are watching one of my videos. You be good out there.